Hello, good evening, everybody. Who do we have in the chat room? It's already now. It's already 4 o'clock. If you are already in the chat room, can you send message on the chat? On the chat, it's already 4 o'clock. Let us. One, who do we have in the room? Hello, Mr. Samuel. Are you on the? One, who do we have on the chat room? It's 4 o'clock now. I'm waiting for people to come. Yes. What? What you are making now? How you join now? Yeah. No, mo send link ẹ̀ náà. Síbo? Ẹ̀ náà. Link ẹ̀ lé náà. This is the link. Oh, no, give it to. Uh, this is the link. I mean, I've put the link on the. Let me give it. Hello. Good evening, everybody. If you are on the chat room, just send hi on the chat group. Hello. Good evening, Mr. Yomide. Let us give maybe 5 to 10 minutes for others to join. Mr. Imadi, you are welcome, sir. We will start exactly 4:15. Yes, you are. It's already time. 4:15. Good evening, everybody. My name is Engineer Seto Senu, the Director of Stratec Africa. I want to welcome us all to this webinar. The webinar is the five money-making opportunities in smart home business. That means the seven opportunities that are available in smart home installers in Nigeria, that are available in Nigeria. Uh, as we all know, smart home automation is a very wide and interesting field, and a lot of people are coming into it. And as an installer, what are the opportunities that are there for us to tap into? That is what we are going to do in the next few minutes. That's what we are going to delve into in the next few minutes. Now, we are all installers. I don't think I need to bother us with what is smart home. But for a brief, let me just explain that smart home is an ecosystem that helps users to create a pleasant environment in their homes. You know, the interesting thing about smart home is that is about convenience and energy saving features. A smart home consists of three main things, three main elements. There are three main elements that you can see in a smart home. You see a hub, you see sensors, and you see actuators. You can have many of them in any home. There's no limit to the number you can have in any home. Now, let's have an overview of the smart home industry. Now, I have some data here I need to show us. According to, they are in late last year, that's December, CDA released their report, and the report stated that there are about 20,000 installers in US, or you call them integrators. You can choose to call them installer or integrator. And these 20,000 people make almost $29 billion. That means that in US, The revenue for smart home is almost $25 billion. Now, when you look at revenue for smart home in 2024, that means how much is available for us to make as a smart home installer in 2024 in the whole world. We have we have $154 billion. That is the projected market worldwide. That means that we are expecting that about $154 billion to be made from smart home in this 2024. Let's bring it home to Nigeria, for example. The smart, the smart home market in Nigeria is expected to witness a significant growth. According to Statista, Statista is a research site where you can get data of different things. There is a projected revenue of about $247 million for smart home in Nigeria in 2024. That is two. Now let us use our calculator very well. Let me use my calculator. $247 million. Let's just look at, let's say, I think today dollar is almost I learned yesterday CBN sold dollar to bank at 1,400 and something. Let's just look at 1,005. At 1,005 to dollar, at 1,005 to dollar, 247 $247 million is going to give us 370 billion naira. Three, that is 370 billion naira to be made from smart home in this 2024 in Nigeria. If you look at even there are a lot of states in Nigeria that their budget is not even up to 370 billion. That means we have so much money to go around in smart home industry in this 2024. The question now is that how much of this money is coming to me? That is the reason why we are organizing this webinar. According to the same report, there is going to be an increasing adoption of smart home technology in different households. The same report stated that household penetration, which currently stands at 5.3%, is projected to increase to 9.5%. That means smart home services are going to be required. Now, the same report states that the average revenue per installed smart home system is 90 $95. That means for a single smart home installation you are going to make about maybe 100 and you are going to make about 145,000 naira for every installation. That means that when you look at it in a month, you can make more than millions in this smart home business. Now, let's now look at how lucrative is the market. Let's look at the lucrative market opportunity we have and our target audience. Our target audience are new home owners, those that just bought a new home, or those that are just building a new home, are, are mostly people between 20 to 45 years. Those are the people that will need smart home services. Then apartment buildings. Then we look at small scale enterprise. We look at small scale enterprise. We look at high income earners. At high income earners. Then also the Gen Y, those that are born between 1980 to 2020. And those that are willing to pay for digital lifestyle. These are some of our these are some of our target audience. And those that enjoy using tech gadgets. Tech gadgets like phone, like smart TV, sound bars, cinemas, and those people that spend one third of their time on the internet, and maybe generation of people that deal with computer at home. Now, what are the money making opportunities that we have in smart home? As a smart home installer, or as anyone that wants to go into smart home business, it's not compulsory for you to be an installer for you to make money in this business. I'm going to analyze some different opportunities for us to tap into. There are 7 of them. Now, the first one is smart home consultation services. A lot of people are going to need the service of smart home installers. A lot of people are going to need the service of people that will talk to them about smart home. Some people can just pick up a phone and dial a number to ask about smart home services. The demand is there already. The question now is how do you position yourself to be a consultant in this field? As you all know, before you can be a consultant, you have to be adequately informed. and be knowledgeable about the subject matter. As a consultant, you don't need to be an installer at all. You can even have some electrician, you can even have some installers that you are paying. The important thing is for you to have the knowledge, because what people are paying for, they are paying for knowledge. Another one is offering comprehensive installation packages. There are so many packages out there in the market that you can offer. You can offer end-to-end smart home solutions. You can offer upselling or cross-selling. For those of us that are already an installer, maybe CCTV installer or solar installer, this is a very good opportunity for us. You can just add those services to your service. Let's say, for example, you have gone to someone to install solar for the person. The person may not have heard about automation. There is nothing stopping you from telling the man that, August, now that I've installed this thing for you, don't you think don't you think it's good for you to install a device that can allow you to monitor your energy usage, whether you are at home or you are not at home? You can see this is a very, as very small this service is, it can bring you a fortune. It's just a matter of getting an IoT device that have energy monitoring facilities. Then you, apart from this, you can decide to have your services in packages. Like we have in Southern Africa, we have 1 bedroom, we have 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, duplex, and different types. You can begin to upsell and cross-sell some of these services. This is very, very important for CCTV installers, solar installer, elections, and among others, people in different fields. Then the third one is diversifying with maintenance and support services. There, a lot of people call us in Southern Africa. It's not that the person that did their installation did not do it very well. They need somebody to come and help them to maintain, to do support services. If you have enough skill, if you have adequate skill, you can tap into this opportunity as well. And with all this one, you can begin to create as soon as, if the customer is satisfied, you are rest assured that the person will introduce to as many people as possible. And what you need to do is just to have a loyalty plan. Maybe it's, somebody introduced to somebody, you can just, like we do here, you can give the person 10%, 5%. You know, at the end of the day, Everybody go home happy. And the other one is exploring commercial and large scale installation. Now, this is not a fit for beginners. You can't, as a beginner, nobody will give you a large scale installation. But one thing is that if you leverage on the network, on the expertise of those who are already in the field, you when you have this job, you can just go and meet them and you do the job together. That is some of the things we normally teach our students. Don't be afraid to take any job. You will always have somebody that can support you. You can always count on us to support you. The other one is number 5 is smart home training and workshop. Now, before you can train on anything, you have to have the knowledge because it is knowledge transfer. And knowledge is what they call knowing to have an edge. You study so that you can have an edge over the other person. And when you have an edge over the other person, you can begin to offer training on smart home training. Interestingly, when we started smart home training in 2020, that is December to be precise, we don't have a lot of trainers around. But now we have so many of them. That means as an installer, you can have a training institute and be trained on smart home automation. A lot of people have been calling us to come and train them in Ibadan, in many places, but we cannot be everywhere. That is why you have to get this skill. And one interesting thing here is that anyone you train, be they end up being your student and they end up being your market. You can be rest assured that they will always bring many business to you. And you can also organize workshop. It's not supposed to be a very big thing. It can just be an introductory workshop. Maybe you can just do a demo of a product that you know how to do. You can just gather some few people and show them how they can use it. And when you are consistent, fortune will surely shine on you. Then the sixth one is leveraging on e-commerce and product sales. If you have enough information, you can sell smart home devices. You don't even need to be an installer. What you just need to do is just to be a link to the installers. I think we have a lot of people that normally buy from us and sell to other installers. You can decide to have your e-commerce platform. You can create a website for it. You can upload it on marketplaces like Gigi, like many of them, and you begin to sell. And in this era of internet, you don't even need to stalk anyone. There is something we call drop shipping. There's something we call drop shipping. That means you are not keeping any stock. People just ask for it, then you make it available to them. Then the last one is collaborating with real estate companies. That is the seventh one in the list. You collaborating with real estate companies. One thing you have to note here is that in real estate company, you may not have so much profit. Real estate company, architects, those that are getting job every time, you may not have so much profit. But you are promised job every time because the job will just be coming because they have access to it. They have people that are requesting for it. You just have to collaborate with one of them. But venture you are a real estate agent. This is an opportunity for you. You can, even if it is ordinary smart lock. I have a lot of people that what they sell is just smart lock. We have so many people that what they sell is just maybe smart camera, and that is what they have been doing. Imagine having a real estate company that have about 100 units. If it's only smart lock they want to do, that's about 100 different, that's about 100 smart lock. And you can be rest assured that even if it's 10,000 you are going to make from every smart lock, apart from the amount you are going to charge for installation, you can be rest assured that there are going to be some business for you repeatedly. The interesting thing about real estate company is that you keep on getting the business. There may not be so much profit, as I said, but you are sure that you are going to have business. In smart home business or for an installer, the place you make so much money is when you are dealing directly with the homeowner. When you are lucky to have one homeowner, you can make a lot of money from it. And if you do the installation very well, you can be rest assured that many jobs are going to come from there. Now you can see from what I've been saying, I gave us the 7 different opportunities for us to make money in smart home automation. Maybe as a consultant, maybe as a smart home consultant, maybe as somebody that want to be selling the product, or somebody that want to be doing the training, or someone that want to that want to offer different packages, or someone that want to go into maintenance and support services. You can see all these things. There's no way you can do this if you don't have enough skill. That is why we have a training for our installers. And this training we have been doing for a very long time. And we have a lot of people that have gone through the training. To date, I think we've trained more than 500 because we started this training 2020 after COVID-19. And we keep on doing it repeatedly every month. I think last year we have our nationwide training. We have the training at Lagos. We had it at Asaba, Port Harcourt, Enugu, and Kano. The reason for all this, so that we can make the training available to people very close to them, so that I don't spend so much on hotel and transport fare. And this year again, we are having the same training. We are going to cover 5 different cities. We are going to cover Lagos. We after Lagos we go to Abuja. After Abuja we go to Asaba. After Asaba we go to Kano. After Kano we come back, we go back to Enugu. And after Enugu we come back to Lagos again. In this training, this training is going to be a 4-day training. Last year the training was 3 days. And when you after every training, there is need for you to do evaluation. And after careful evaluation, we discovered that we need to give more time. That's why we added one more day. And that one more day, we decided to add more content so that people that come to the training, they can be able to do a lot of things. And at the 4th day, we are planning to give them a project for them to do. And apart from that, after the training, when they go home, we tend to have a challenge. The purpose of the challenge is that after 1 week of your training, all what you are taught, the kit you are given, you are going to install it in your house. And we begin to monitor you. Why do we have to introduce this? The reason for introducing this is because when you go for tech training and you don't practice, you tend to forget. That is why we want, after the training, we are going to have the challenge. Whether it can be 3 days or 5 days challenge. The most important thing is for you to make sure you follow this challenge. And apart from that, we are trying to introduce this time again We know some people, no matter how good you are in a project, apart from whether, no matter how good your skill is, what you if you don't have enough client base, there is no, you can't get anything. That is why this time around we are going to teach our students how to generate high converting leads, so that every time they know that there is somebody that is waiting for their service. This training is the cost of this training is 250,000 naira. For early bird, we have discounted it to, we have given a discount of 20%, and that means for this training is 200,000. Some people are telling us that the training is very expensive, but if you ask me, it's not expensive when you look at the benefit you are going to get from it. Because we have students that come to the training, after the training they got a job and they made more than the amount they paid for the training. And also we are going to give you a kit for you to start. That is why the training is 250,000 naira, but discounted to 200,000 naira. The next training for Lagos training is coming up from Wednesday next week, and it's going to be from Wednesday to Friday, and that throughout that 4 days we are going to take you through everything you need to know to be an installer. After that 4 days, you can be able to do any of these. You can be able to explore any of these saving opportunities. That is that on our training. And also we are planning to have a support system. If you have a project that is too big for you, we are always here to support you. No matter how big the project, you can always bring it. We are always here to support you. In conclusion, let me just recap as I said from the beginning, smart home is a very lucrative business. And from the report from Statista, it was being projected about 237, is it 237 million dollars is going to be made in this 2024 in Nigeria alone. That's about 370 billion naira, which is more than the budget of some states in this country. Apart from Lagos, maybe Rivers, maybe Oyo State, Ogun State. I don't think there's any other state that has their budget as much as 370. The opportunity is for you to take. And we also want to be having uh, periodic webinars like this. We another time we can take up another topic and give us explain everything in detail. We are trying to create a network of installer that will be adequately informed, that will have the required skill to take off any job in smart home automation. As I said, we are here to encourage you to take up the job, to take up the training, and there are so many other resources that we are going to give to you. And as you join the field of smart home automation, I want to assure you that you are not going to lack again. Thank you, everybody, for your time. This is the time for question and answer. If you have any question, you can drop in the chat box so that I can take them. Any question, please. If you have any question, let's drop them in the chat box. Yes, we are going to cover audio and video. There is video automation and audio automation. All those are going to be covered. We are going to do a multi-room automation, audio distribution, and video distribution. All those are going to be covered. Thank you, Mr. Usoro. Any other question, please? Let me drop the link for the information about the training on our chat box. So that, for more information about the training, you can visit that link. Any more question? If you have any question, let us state. Uh, Thank you very much for those of you that has given us the time to join the webinar. Thank you. We are very grateful. We hope to see you in our training, or we hope to see you in our web in our next webinar. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Thank you, Mr. John, for your question. You can run smart home automation without internet. That's where Zigbee comes in. There's a there's a protocol they call Zigbee. You can do without internet. But note that if you must use any of the voice assistant, you have to have internet access. There must be internet access if you want to use any of the voice assistant. But if you don't need internet access, you don't need internet. Intranet is enough for you. Thank you very much. Any other question, please? Thank you all once again for your time, and we hope to see you in our next webinar or our next training. Thank you all. Now, okay, Mr. Oyeshi, home assistant is another you mean home assistant or voice assistant? Let me so that I can know where I'm going to cover. Let me just take okay. If there's no data, I mean I know you maybe you meant assistant. In automation, there are some protocols that allow you to do your customization. If you want to do programming, now if you want to do programming, that is where you use home assistant. You have to install your home assistant on your server, and you run your application from there. And it allows you to be able to customize a lot of things. Uh, in our training, there was time we introduced home assistant to our training. That was maybe that was in March. That was in March 2023. After doing for two different months, we discovered that a lot of people were not interested. That was why we removed it. Because it's not a course you can learn within a very short time because you need some level of configuration and customization. I think we have a video on home assistant on our YouTube page. You can go through it. It's another area. It's another area on home automation. In that place, you do most of your customization yourself. Home assistant and open app, they belong to the same group. Home assistant and open app. Those are for people that want to do customization, that are here to do programming. You can take a device and reconfigure it to suit your need. This is not for it's not for DIY people, it's not for retrofit people. It's for people that want to go into programming. You want to customize your device to suit your need. That is what that is, if you want to do that, that's where you look up to home assistant or open app. Thank you very much, Mr. Oyeshi. Any other question, please? Those thank you very much for Mr. You don't need to be electrically inclined for you to be an installer. So if you are electrically inclined, it's going to help you a lot. If you are interested and you are able to do a lot of things. I think I have some of my former staff that are now installer. They didn't have any electrical experience. But now they are doing it. It's just a matter of having a an open mind and be ready to try many things. I think the first thing is going to start from you knowing the positive and negative, knowing how to test your voltage and current and so many other things like that. You need some basic electrical features and electrical skills for you to be able to do very well. But if you don't have it, you can be you can just be an integrator. You don't need to hold your you don't need to hold a screwdriver, you don't need to hold the plier before you can be an installer. You can just be an integrator. What you do is that you get some electrician that will help you to do the wiring. What you do is that when it comes to configuration, that's when you come in. That's the most important thing. And one thing again, let me tell you, if you want to take out a job, there is no way the person that have the house wouldn't have gotten an electrician. Someone that is going to do the wiring of the house. What you do in this case, just to look for how you are going to collaborate with the person and give him some things. Then you just tell him what to do, and everything is ready. We've done it in many places. If you want to take up a if you want to take up a new job, we normally ask the client whether he has what state is his job. We went to one at Bagada last week Monday, and we what to do is that we always ask for the election so that we can tell him what to do. And in most cases, maybe it's just for you to tell him to get you neutral wire to some lighting points. And when you get to the level of doing the connection, when you get to the level of doing the fixing, you can even engage him to do the fixing for you. And just go in and do your configuration and setup. In that way, everybody go home happy. I hope that answers your questions, Mr. Oyeshi.